Hey everyone, Ricky Hayes here. How are you all today? It's lovely to meet you all. In today's lesson, we're going to go through a step-by-step guide on how to launch Facebook ads for e-commerce, whether that's drop shipping, whether that's ClickFunnels, whether that's a branded store. Let's get into it. So I'm just going to start off today just with a Google Sheet. I just want to run through this with everyone, the step-by-step, the best way to do this, and it's actually much easier than you think. I've seen a lot of people make it far more complex than what it needs to be. First thing you need to do is you need to choose a niche. Now, choosing a niche can come into a lot of the categories. I made this mistake early on. Don't do that where you choose a very, very small niche. I ended up choosing the stationary niche, which I quickly found out that does not convert well at all. So just stick to the easy niches. And the easy niches are, without a doubt, it's fashion, followed by cosmetics, there's general, and that's where a lot of people start. General means you can have whatever you want. General, jewelry. Now I'm Australian, so I spell jewelry that way. And then there's sort of adventure / outdoors. Any of these niches convert well. Obviously with general, you can have it with them all, okay? So general works really well for all of these. However, a lot of people start with fashion, cosmetics, and jewelry. The reason why is I'll explain. So why choose these niches? And that being said, this is excluding the general niche because the general isn't a real niche. It's just you can do whatever you want. They work well. I've done it many times and it works well. But I do find that by building a niche, we're also building more of a brand, and I find that works really well for me. I find that fashion, cosmetics, and jewelry work the best. Fashion, cosmetics, and jewelry work the best. And this is simply because it is female dominated. Now, it's female dominated. Women are far more of a compulsive buyer than men. Men will generally do more research around the topic, around the product, than women. Whereas women, you can sort of show them an ad. As long as it's something they like, they're far more likely to buy it. They like to buy multiple items at once, so we will get into that in a future course once we make a Shopify store on how to do all of this. This is all completely free. The other thing is that what's good about fashion, cosmetics, and jewelry is there are infinite products. New products every day on AliExpress. Cosmetics and jewelry go hand in hand. So you can even do a jewelry store and have a cosmetic section. You can actually even combine the three. It'll be a bit more general, but they work so well. The other great thing that I do love about these, as opposed to generally you're running products that are need products. Okay, so need and want. Okay, the difference. And the difference between them is, as you can imagine, like I love, I'm a big fan of Japan. So, I have a t-shirt that's around Japan. That's purely a want item because I love that country. I'm a big, big, big fan. Whereas something in my house being my roof is a need item. I need a roof so I'm comfortable. Or there's many different need items. A need item is something that's more of an essential, whereas a want is more just a desire. Okay, so need would be items, and I'll show you this in another video as well, how to find videos very easily. Facebook have recently changed the algorithm as well, that actually makes it easier for you to do this. But basically, the fashion, cosmetics, and jewelry, fashion is more want. Because it is sort of a need. We do need clothes, but it really, I'm sure most of us have plenty of clothes. Cosmetics, again, is it really a need? It's more a want because people like to look nice, and that's fair enough. And jewelry, again, falls under the same banner. The good thing with each of fashion, cosmetics, fashion, cosmetics, and jewelry. Jewelry is that they all have, you can sell them quite high ticket. So, you know, jewelry has a real sort of boutique, and same with fashion, boutique, and they just have that higher price ticket because women are just generally used to that. Okay, so higher profit margins. Okay, so now we've determined what we sort of want, and by that I mean that you choose fashion, cosmetics, jewelry, or general. You can choose adventure, outdoors, but I do find that is a harder one because again, men are in that field more, and I just don't find it works as well. I've tried it. I find that these other 4 niches work extremely well, especially fashion, cosmetics, jewelry. They are saturated, but they work extremely well. Okay, so now you sort of have an idea of the niche you want to choose, why it's good. Now, obviously, we need to actually understand a bit more about Facebook. But there is one thing that I'm sorry, I did actually forget. The other cool thing I like about it is that with these products, they are mostly want items, so you don't need to show them a how to use video. So with these, you can just literally use pictures, nice pictures from AliExpress, and a lot of them will have models, and that's really good. People really resonate with models. So models wearing the items really helps with people wanting to actually buy it, which is absolutely fantastic. All right, so the next step is you need a business manager. So a business manager is the Facebook business manager. And I'll put a link in the description below. Just go there, make a business manager. It's completely free. Basically, you want a business manager because a lot of people actually boost posts. And so there's a big difference between boosting a post and doing ads through an ads manager. Boosting posts, you can't really optimize. A lot of businesses I've helped, even with, they get hundreds of thousands of dollars worth in sales a year, they just boost posts and they don't know any better. And that's a market opportunity for you in the future as well, is that you can actually go to businesses and actually just do this, and it's really not that hard. Once you understand it, then you will pick it up really quick and you'll be able to use it in a lot of different areas. So you have your Facebook Business Manager, and then in your Facebook Business Manager, things you need to add is your business page. So you have a primary business page again. So let's say that you are running whatever dropshipping store, then you want to have a business page, and it doesn't matter how many likes. There's a lot of discussion about likes out there, but likes only help a little bit. I've only had very rare instances where someone's ever actually commented that they're sort of, oh, this page only has 50 likes, they're not very trustworthy. Most people just don't care. Most people just don't care as long as you have a business page, because you need the business page to use to market. Okay, now a lot of people run satellite stores, but that's an advanced strategy. We're going to keep it simple in this stage. So business page, and that's just the name of your store. So whatever your name of your store is, then just make a Facebook page in business, the business manager that correlates to that. You don't need an Instagram one because you can just use the same one. It is beneficial to have an Instagram business page. I'll put optional here. Because especially in these niches, fashion, jewelry, and cosmetics, they work very well on Instagram. I mean, Instagram statistically is a very female-dominated platform, so naturally these products work quite well. And once you get to market, then it'll make a lot more sense. You can build a following, build a bit more of a brand, get organic sales. Obviously, that's the dream. That's the dream, but unfortunately, we do need to advertise. So now you sort of know that you need a business manager, you need a business page, you need an Instagram page. Again, optional, but I do recommend it. The next thing, obviously, you need to do is actually make your ads. So in the next video, we'll actually go into the actual in-depth into what I've put here, but I just wanted to give an outline about it so that you fully understand, so that I don't run the video too long. Basically, you have campaigns, in Business Manager. Now, a campaign is basically just the title of the campaign. So it can be anything. There's a lot of different campaigns you can run on Facebook Business Manager for different things. You can actually, if you want someone to install an app, you can run an app for that. And so you might call it the campaign app game installs Ricky adventure game. It's purely just a name. It has no detrimental effect on anything. It's more for your benefit or your team's benefit, okay? That's all campaign is for. It's a naming convention. A naming convention is quite important when you're running ads on Facebook as well, because it helps you to quickly, easily identify what your ad is without having to look at every individual ad, because it's just time consuming, okay? So that's an expert tip. Sorry about that. So that's an expert tip there. Basically, all you need to do is name your campaign so that's easier to identify. You'll pick it up very quick, and in the next video, it'll make a lot more sense as to how you do that, okay? So the next thing is you have your ad set. So if I go here into my ads manager, so we got ad set here, and your ad set, again, you use the same naming convention. The ad set, you use the same naming convention. Basically, this is where you actually are telling Facebook, this is where you are telling Facebook who you want to target. So again, basically the ad set is just you're now telling Facebook, so you've made a campaign, you're saying, I want an app to install, we'll keep it e-commerce, so I want this this necklace to sell, so it's a Birth of Christ necklace is my campaign name. My ad set is, I want to target women that are from the European region, that are aged 24 to 55, that are on their mobile, that are using Facebook newsfeed or Instagram newsfeed. Those are the two primary placements. So in this, I'll show you again in the video, but in this, I just use a very simple strategy, and I find it works very effectively. I've tried many strategies, and I've found time and time and time again, it doesn't matter. First thing, myth, is Facebook Pixel doesn't need data before going to purchase event. That's a big one, and I'll explain it in the next video, but basically you don't need a lot of data before you then start converting optimizing your ads for purchase. I find that's just an absolute myth. Facebook is so smart now, it really does not matter. Next thing you need to know is that when you are doing it, so obviously for your interest targeting, and this will make more sense in the next video, interest targeting is as follows. So women 24 and up. I don't target 18 to 23. That is an audience that will buy, but I just find that starting off anyway, that 24 and up is where you want to be, because 18 to 23, most women are, like men, are in college or in university, wherever you're from, and drinking, broke, whatever. Just avoid them. Once you start finding something's working well, test it. Most definitely test it. You don't know. It might work really well. But for the most part, start 24 and up. For the fashion, cosmetics, and jewelry niche, it works 24 and up. So as I said, it'll work for any age. And you just have to find from the data what that sort of works, okay? So start at 24 and go 65 plus. So 24 to 65 plus, which covers all women on Facebook. When you're targeting, the countries you want to target are United States, Canada, Australia, United Kingdom, don't forget New Zealand. New Zealand actually do really well. I don't know why a lot of people don't mention New Zealand, but New Zealand, they're a first world country anyway. And Europe. Okay, so people don't say New Zealand, don't say Europe, but they work very well. Just literally put them in. You don't know. Like I'll show you in the next lesson about sales I've gotten from different areas, and it'll make a lot of sense. Okay. So then once you've now defined Facebook that you want women 24 to 65, the countries you want them English speaking because your website is English. Most people speak English, so just choose that. It's just a way of slightly narrowing your audience. Your interest targeting, that is the center point of next video, okay? But interest targeting, let's say with fashion, would be, let's say it's a fashion dress. You would say, women that like dresses. If it's something relating to a going out event, you might try and use something relating to going out events. There's a lot of different ways. I keep it very simple. You just go with your gut feeling. So I'm going to make an ad with you and show you just how I do it, because don't put too much thought into it. You'll be launching so many ads all the time that if you spend way too much time trying to find this perfect audience that people talk about, you're not going to get anywhere. The product is 70%. So what I mean by that is product is 70%, the ad is 20%, and then your landing page is 10%. As long as you have a good Shopify website, and I'll show you how I do this as well. It works really well. I average about a 3 to 4% conversion rate, and I will show proof of this as well, don't worry. And I have sold stores doing this exact same method, and it works extremely well. So now that we have done all of that, you want to only target mobile. Mobile only. Why? Instagram only works on mobile, really. For starters, so you're targeting Instagram, especially for these, just target mobile. Don't even worry about desktop. You can get some sales, but trust me, it is just so not even worth trying desktop anymore. It's just, for retargeting it'll work, and that's an advanced strategy, but for initial targeting, when you're going out there and just blasting your cold audience, cold being people that don't know you, warm being people that do know you, and hot being people that love you. Basically, so target mobile only. Now, mobile only, I do find iPhone is the prominent one, but just start with mobile only. So being Samsung and iPhone, you can narrow these down further once you drill into the data. Next, you want to say what placements you want, and placements is where you're putting your ad for people to see it, okay? Because you can target Messenger, you can target Instagram stories, etc., etc. I find time and time again, these two work extremely well. For these niches, work extremely well, and nearly everyone does it anyway, so it's nothing revolutionary. Facebook news feed and Instagram news feed. Very easy, very simple. Just choose the two. You will find that your pixel will start to optimize based off where it's getting the orders from. And you can even leave it. Obviously, you can optimize. But at some reason, sometimes Facebook just, even when you try and optimize, it actually works against you. So just let the data tell the story. Sometimes the data doesn't tell the full story. And if it's working, leave it. Okay, leave it. Now, then the final part is your conversion window. So what that means is that how many days Facebook will optimize the ad for, basically, is how I like to look at it. There's 7 day and then there's 1 day. 1 day is for compulsive buyers, 7 days more for higher ticket. I have actually found from split testing that it makes very little difference. Very little difference, because again, it's mostly the product. It's mostly the product that makes the difference. And people have all these insane theories, but there is no one set theory. Otherwise, everyone would be able to master this in 5 minutes, okay? So don't ever forget that. So 1 day click. I always use this. I don't even bother split testing it. I did in the past. Now I just think, I could not be bothered. So just 1 day click. And then you want to make an ad. So now you've told Facebook, okay, I've got a campaign. This is my ad. This is who I'm targeting. And now we want to make an ad that hits people, okay? Like what they actually see. So those people that we're hitting, what they see, okay? This is the coolest part. This is you have full control over this. I absolutely love Facebook for this. And it's the only platform where you have this absolute control and ease of access, okay? It's absolutely awesome. All right, so the ad is what people are going to see. So the good thing with the more or less, especially the fashion, cosmetics, jewelry niches, and adventure, of course, but we're mainly talking about those three, is that they you don't need a video. A video helps, especially if you're scaling. You might want to make a video. Of course, videos do help. There's a lot of extra bonuses you get by using a video. So, but that being said, I have been recently just running carousel ads. Carousel ads, because a necklace is a necklace regardless, okay? It's going to fit around anyone's neck, okay? You don't need to show them how to put a necklace on. Most women, I'm pretty sure, would know how to do it, and I'm pretty sure most men would too. Fashion, clothing, again, self-explanatory. The only issues you're going to have there is sizing. And then cosmetics, again, self-explanatory. Because we're sort of brought up with this information, it is self-explanatory. So you don't need a video on how to do eyeliner when every woman would pretty much know how to do eyeliner. They just want something that is the eyeliner that they type of like, let's say. And so it's the same with fashion. As long as it's something what they're after, then they're going to buy it, okay? So don't be afraid that you don't need a video, okay? Carousel, you can get the images straight from AliExpress, and I'll show you this in a video as well. Straight from AliExpress, put it straight into an ad, and there you go. You've got a carousel ad, okay? So a carousel ad has 3 slides by default, and I highly recommend you use all 3 of them because they're going to just look at all 3, and it gives the chance of getting them to click shop now, to go to your store, complete their order, okay? So carousel ads, at minimum 3 of them. Sorry, I have a mic, and so a good desktop mic, so it's a bit hard for me to see. I'm actually just getting used to it. But that being said, so at minimum 3 of them, and you just choose 3 images, 3 good images, whether they're different products, the same products, collections, whatever, okay? I have recently been trying just going straight to collections just with a picture, and it works really well. Women go to a collection page rather than product page. They look, they scroll, they go through, and they buy, okay? And it works really well. One could say that I'm not optimized properly, but it works well. Keep it simple, okay? So carousel ads, minimum 3 of them, either to a collection or a product page, okay? And then you want your ad copy, and your ad copy is, again, very simple. Keep it very simple. You just want something that sort of catches them, saying, summer is here. Our newest collection of summer fashion is here, and to celebrate, get 50% off plus free shipping. Okay, now that's obviously not the full ad. So yeah, that's obviously not the full ad, but basically that's what you want to do there, okay? Now, that's all we'll run in this video for today. In the next video, I will be running how you actually implement all of this. I just wanted to give you an overview so that when we go into the next one, that we can actually put all of this into practice, and you can see what I've been doing and how it's been converting, okay? So until next time, I'll talk to you then. Thank you very much, and goodbye.